Welcome back to Kenya Constitution Explained. Today we're diving into Chapter 2 of the Constitution of Kenya, 2010, the Republic. If Chapter 1 told us that power belongs to the people, Chapter 2 tells us what kind of nation Kenya is, how it is structured, and the symbols and values that hold us together. Let's go article by article. Article 4, the Republic. Kenya is declared a sovereign republic. This means Kenya is an independent and self-governing nation. It is also defined as a multi-party democratic state. That phrase is important. It means citizens are free to form and join political parties, and government is chosen through fair competition. No single party can legally claim permanent control. This protects freedom of choice and ensures accountability through democracy. Article 5, Territory of Kenya. The Constitution defines Kenya's territory. It includes the land, the territorial sea, and the airspace. This means Kenya's sovereignty covers not just the land we live on, but also the waters along the Indian Ocean coast and the skies above. Importantly, any change to Kenya's territory, like giving away land or changing borders, can only happen with the approval of the people through a referendum. That keeps Kenya's borders safe under the people's will. Article 6, Devolution and Access to Services. Kenya is divided into 47 counties, which are the units of devolution. This article emphasizes that even though we are devolved, we remain one indivisible republic. It also directs that governments, both national and county, must ensure that services are accessible to all parts of the country. This is why devolution exists, to bring government closer to the people and to make sure no region feels left out. Article 7, National, Official, and Other Languages. Here, the Constitution recognizes Kiswahili as the national language of Kenya. It also recognizes English and Kiswahili as the official languages used in government. At the same time, it requires the state to promote and protect indigenous languages, sign language, braille, and communication accessible to persons with disabilities. This ensures that while Kiswahili unites us nationally, our linguistic diversity is celebrated and protected. Article 8, State and Religion. Kenya is declared a secular state. This means there is no official state religion. No faith can dominate or be given special treatment by the government. At the same time, freedom of religion is protected. Every Kenyan is free to believe, worship, or not worship. This balances unity as a nation with respect for personal faith and diversity. Article 9, National Symbols and National Days. This article protects Kenya's symbols of unity, the national flag, the national anthem, the coat of arms, and the public seal. It also recognizes national days like Madaraka Day, Mashujaa Day, and Jamhuri Day, which celebrate Kenya's history, heroes, and independence. These symbols and days are more than ceremonies. They are part of the national identity and pride of all citizens. Article 10, National Values and Principles of Governance. This is one of the most quoted articles in the whole Constitution. It lists the values that guide all laws, policies, and decisions in Kenya. These include patriotism, national unity, sharing and devolution of power, democracy, human dignity, equity, social justice, inclusiveness, equality, human rights, non-discrimination, protection of the marginalized, good governance, integrity, transparency, and accountability. Leaders, institutions, and even citizens are expected to live by these values. Courts often use Article 10 as a test when judging whether government actions respect these principles. Article 11, Culture. Kenya's constitution does something special here. It recognizes culture as the foundation of the nation and as the cumulative civilization of the Kenyan people. The state must promote all forms of national and cultural expression, including traditional heritage and knowledge. This means culture isn't just entertainment or history. It is part of what makes Kenya whole, and it deserves protection and promotion. Conclusion. So what do we learn from Chapter 2? It defines Kenya as a sovereign, democratic republic. It safeguards our territory, It ensures devolution brings services closer to the people. It celebrates language, culture, and diversity while protecting unity. It declares Kenya secular but respectful of religion, and it anchors our nation in values like dignity, justice, equality, and accountability. If Chapter 1 answered the question, "Who holds power in Kenya?" Chapter 2 answers, "What kind of nation is Kenya?" The answer is clear: a sovereign republic united in diversity, guided by values, and protected by its people. Stay tuned for the next episode, where we explore Chapter 3, Citizenship: Who belongs to Kenya, how citizenship is acquired, and the rights and responsibilities that come with it. Don't forget to subscribe and continue this journey with us. Welcome back to Kenya Constitution Explained. In today's episode, we move to Chapter 3, Citizenship. If Chapter 1 showed us that power belongs to the people, and Chapter 2 defined the republic, Chapter 3 tells us who the people of Kenya are, who belongs here, how citizenship is gained, lost, or protected, and what it means to be a Kenyan. Let's go through each article, step by step. Article 12, Entitlements of Citizens. Every Kenyan citizen is entitled to rights and privileges, including the right to a passport and other documents that identify citizenship. Only citizens have the right to hold certain positions of state, like being a president, governor, or member of parliament. In short, citizenship gives you both status and benefits that no one else can claim. Article 13, Retention and Acquisition of Citizenship. Kenyan citizenship is for life unless you voluntarily give it up. You cannot be deprived of it unfairly. You may acquire it by birth or by registration. This protects Kenyans from being stripped of their nationality without due process and ensures that people who qualify can legally become citizens. Article 14, Citizenship by Birth. Anyone born in Kenya is a citizen if at least one parent is a Kenyan. It doesn't matter where you are born, in Kenya or abroad, as long as one parent is Kenyan, you are a citizen by birth. This article also fixes historical discrimination by allowing children of Kenyan fathers or mothers to have equal rights. Article 15, Citizenship by Registration. A person who is not a Kenyan by birth can apply to be registered as one. For example, someone married to a Kenyan, or who has lived lawfully in Kenya for at least 7 years, can apply. The Constitution ensures that pathways exist for people who have strong ties to Kenya to officially belong here. Article 16, Dual Citizenship. This article allows Kenyans to hold citizenship of more than one country. Unlike before, you no longer lose your Kenyan citizenship if you become a citizen of another state. This protects Kenyans in the diaspora and makes it easier for them to keep their roots at home while pursuing opportunities abroad. Article 17, Revocation of Citizenship. Even though citizenship is strong, it can be revoked in certain cases. For example, if it was acquired through fraud, false documents, or if a person commits acts of disloyalty such as working for an enemy state during war. But even then, there must be due process. It cannot just be taken away arbitrarily. Article 18, Legislation on Citizenship. Finally, this article requires Parliament to pass laws that give effect to everything in Chapter 3. That means citizenship rules must be backed up by detailed laws that handle applications, documents, and procedures. Conclusion. So what does Chapter 3 teach us? It tells us who belongs to Kenya, and it protects the right to citizenship as a foundation of identity and belonging. It recognizes citizenship by birth, opens doors for registration, and protects dual nationality. It also carefully sets limits for revoking citizenship to prevent abuse. The big takeaway is this: citizenship is not just a legal status, it is a guarantee of belonging, protection, and participation. To be a Kenyan citizen means to hold rights that no one else can claim, and to carry responsibilities as part of the sovereign people. Stay tuned, because in the next episode we'll move into Chapter 4, the Bill of Rights, one of the most powerful and detailed parts of the Constitution, where your freedoms and protections are spelled out. Don't forget to subscribe and continue this journey with us.